Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Creativerse, and welcome back to the compound we are currently residing in, which definitely still needs a lot of prettying up, particularly on the outside, kind of the outskirts of it. But we are getting there. The tunnel, the storage tunnel, as I think I'm going to call it from now on, is pretty much finished. Well, at least one section is, at least. The inner sanctum, as it were. This lovely section is where we're going to start off doing our storage, although later on I'm sure we'll move around, move somewhere else and make a bigger storage, because there's just so many items in this game. It is a little bit ridiculous. And we have just broken the lights. Wow. There we go. That's bizarre. So if there's more light behind them, they break. Okay, well, let's leave as it is then. It's bright enough, I'm fairly certain. So, these are misc chests of joy, other than this one. So these two are just for misc items. This one is for equipable items, and then all the rest is sorted in very odd ways, just so I know what's where. Bombs, potions, wood, just every kind of wood, lighting sources, nature, so things which drop from animals, leaves and such, and then we have building happiness, which of course is blocks we're going to use almost solely for building, so even grass goes in here really. But today we are going to be working on the, so word over here, we're going to be working, some glass, on the little garden we had planned, as I want that garden quite badly actually. I want to have a little baby garden, somewhere nice to call our home. So what I want for our healing beacons, yes, our healing beacons. So we're going to be doing that, so we have somewhere we can stand easily to get healed, as we kind of need a platform for it now. If I'm correct, aha! So I want a flower pot, so I'm going to need some adobe bricks and globs of goo. Now, globs of goo will be in nature, adobe bricks, if we have any spare, are in here, and thus we can instantly make a couple of these. Then, oh, what can we put in them? I hear you cry. I hear you all cry in unison. Well, sir and sirs, melted wax. Where'd melted wax go? I think that'll go in the misc. Essentially, the misc is going to be a lot of crafting items, is what I kind of see happening, honestly. Like, because things like stone rods are going to go in there and stuff. I've decided I'm not going to use the chests over at the forge, because if we keep our inventory nice and empty, we should be able to bring what we need when we need it. The only thing I'll keep over at the forge is fuel, so I don't end up using it by mistake. So I want glass, I want the paving, I want thatch. I'm obviously going to want some grass, so we can see where we can want to, I don't know, make a hill perhaps or something. I kind of want sand. We can't use water sadly, because that's just how it works. Oh yeah, I was going to answer a question. So, what are we going to put in the things you've just made, Lathrix? Well, we can place saplings in them, which look like little pretty plants. So that's what we're going to do. So let's go on over to the garden. Well, what is soon to be the garden. I've got a couple more slabs just to finish off this, but I'm not sure where to slab up just yet, because there's still quite a bit to do, a lot of planning ahead of us. The teleporters are going to be over there on a tower eventually, so that's going to be a bit of a necessity. We'll do so. This keeps on happening. I'm not sure what's causing it, but this keeps on happening. The corrupt wood here keeps on turning to cragwood, and I've got a tiny feeling perhaps it's these which are doing it, because it's the only thing which is closer to there than there. So I'm a little bit confused about that, but we'll have to see that in the future. Regardless, right now, back to work, we're doing our garden. So, where would I want the garden to stop? I think we'd kind of accept the entire segment here as the garden, from there all the way to the edge of the cliff, so we'll have to pretend this corrupt wood is currently not here. Despite the fact, I actually think that when you take it out of the corruption area, the corrupt wood is actually rather pretty, in my opinion at least. So, these are going to need to be on platforms, or I was thinking perhaps of trying to grab them is a bit difficult because their hitbox is a bit small. Perhaps it would be better if they were underground, like that. So you could just simply walk on them like this. You know, there's no difficulty involved. I think I might actually do that if we use our paving to almost go around it, so it comes in like this, and yes, it is still completely hollow underneath, and kind of goes around it. We can then use it as part of the path, and then that way there'd be little effort in actually forcing ourselves to stand on it, if you know what I mean. So just walk on. Oh look, the pretty garden which eventually will be here. Ah, healing, health, happiness, yay, the world is a better place now because of it. So I think that is how we're going to keep it. But now, let's have a quick look at the flower pots. I've never used these before, and I'm fairly certain you can use saplings though. No, it's definitely a flower pot. You can! Okay, ooh, that's It's floating. Okay, well, we did have some flowers left in here. Obviously, I haven't moved everything down yet. I'm still in the process of moving most of my stuff down to the bottom. So let's see if we can plant perhaps an actual flower. I don't think... No, we won't be able to because we can't actually equip it in our inventory, in our action bar. So, no, that is all we can do. That's a bit of a shame. I'm not particularly happy with the fact it floats, but it'll do for now. It will do for now. Have 2 spices, put 1 there, 2 spices, put 1 there, and then do the same for all 3, because we only have 3 saplings at the moment, because saplings aren't the easiest thing to come by. Well, it's something, you know, it is something. So, one thing we do need, obviously, is some form of lighting in our little place. Now, the beacon does actually provide a tiny bit of light itself, but not much. Now, did any of you... I've got a lot of shredded leaves. I was going to say, did any of you have any stone... okay, give me some of you. Aha! That's what I was looking for. Excellent. Excellent indeed. So let's put down the slabs just to finish off this, so you can see exactly what we're looking at. I think I will actually slab the corners as well, just to be the outside. Although we can make fence. Perhaps, I think fence would be better over here, because then we could... Whoa. Well, that was kind of trippy. Okay, carrying on. Yeah, I think fence would be better here. So what do we need to actually make fence? I've never... I have made fence before, but not since I've started playing again. So how does one make a fence? Well, one makes fence with twine. Oh, that's easy then. I've got loads of twine. We can make loads of fence. That's actually wonderful. Hello, fence. There's... Oh, that's ladder. Oh, sorry, that's ladder. We also made some... Ooh, ladders would be cool. But no, we want the wooden fence, so we need some wooden slabs. Again, that'll be remarkably easy, because we have a lot of elder wood. In fact, I found another one of those ridiculously huge trees off camera, so... Yeah, we have no issue when it comes to everlasting wood supplies, really. And we could always plant more trees as well if we really needed to, but honestly, in this game, the size of the trees are so ridiculously huge, it really isn't so much of an issue. In fact, look, 2 of those trees have finally grew. The third one still hasn't, but look, 2 of them have. See, the last one's actually elderwood, so there's a chance the elderwood one simply is too big to grow there, which is a bit of a shame, but nonetheless. I like having floating trees. Floating trees is very happy. So, let's do this then. There we go, let's make some... Ooh! How about a table? We need stone rods for that, so... Do we have any in here? Yes, we do. Make some stone rods. Sorry, make a table, and then perhaps we make a chair afterwards. Collect. Yes, it unlocked the wooden chair. Let's have 2 of those, and that'll be like an outside sitting area. It'd be rather pretty, in fact. And then let's make some fence. That'll be 8, 16. Yeah, that'll be enough. There we go. Oh, we can now make a wooden gate. That's what I wanted to see. Okay, how do you make a... I've never made before. Wooden gate. See, so we're learning together. We need more wooden slabs. Thankfully, there's a lot being made next to us. Lots of stuff to mess around with right now, which is wonderful. Ooh, stone wall. Stone fence rod. That looks very pretty. We've got the wooden gate. We'll put that in our inventory. There. We'll put... Yeah, okay. So just put all the new stuff in our hand so we can see what all this looks like. We obviously don't need to choose the extractor right now. We probably won't go with more than 1 healing beacon. We'll just have 1 in the centre, I think. So, let's see then. Will this work well? Yes, it will. Okay. Wonderful. Do that, and then put the gate there, and... Yes! Excellent! We've got a working gate! That's a... very, very beautiful thing. The problem is, I'm fairly certain the fences suffer from the same as the rest of the things, in that they don't make a twist on corners at the moment. So that's hopefully something they'll implement eventually, but right now that does mean that if we are going to use fences, we're going to have to use a lot of straight lines and then figure out something for the corners. I'm not sure what I'm going to use for the corners, which is the issue. Well, if I was me, what would I use for a corner? I guess it's thatched. Perhaps just a lump of wood would look better, or a pole, or... I don't know. Let's have a look what a thatch looks like. Put thatch down. That actually doesn't look too bad, honestly. That, yeah, I can live with that. We can also use it as a place to put a torch. Okay. But let's minimise how much we have to do that, because I think if we overdo that, it's going to look really, really bad. So, just going to upgrade this. Upgrade. We're going to just raise this land a little bit. Go on, crouch so we don't fall. Just like this. And that way, there's less need to do the silly thing known as corners. Ugh, who likes corners anyway? There we go. And then we'll put something else there in the portal's place when we get to it. The teleporter's place rather than the portal. Let's do this, and then put down a thatched wall, and then redo this. And there we go. And eventually they'll meet together in the centre. Okay, so we have our little garden area laid out at least. So now what we need is to plonk down our that. You know, that thing. The table. There we go. Then where are the chairs? There they are. Let's see if they look any good. I'm hoping they do. It'd be nice if they did. Oh, that looks beautiful. We can't actually sit in them though. Oh, that's a shame. But still, that's rather nice. It's like a little You can imagine old people. You can imagine the elderly sitting here, looking out, playing chess, or even just me sitting there playing chess. Honestly, I'd love to do that in this kind of area. It's a very beautiful world next to a lovely island, next to a lovely moat, a little pond over there, which is all very nice indeed. The grass will eventually spread, which is great. Is there anything else we need to do then? So obviously, I want more to the garden than this. It's a good start. It is a good start, and I certainly want to carry on like that. I'm thinking the leaves can be almost like a bush. Yeah, that looks nice in between there. I'm okay with that. Yeah, it gives it a nice little border there, so it isn't straight onto the dark stone. We do need lights. Aha! Lighting is in our lighting chest. We do have lamps. Now, lamps, I think, will be very gardening, so I think we'll go with that. Now, where are the lights? The lights are... Nope, nope, nope. Nope, nope. Yes, lighting, yo! We currently have wood-burning lamps, and I don't know what either of these really look like too much, so I'll grab them both. And then we can put the wooden stuff in here, so... Just for now. Actually, no, I'll take it with me. Try and take stuff I'll actually need. Do we have any crag logs? I'd like to use the logs, because that could look like a bench. Rather, yeah, we do have some logs. Excellent. We need to get some more of those, so I'm running out. It's because I use them for everything. I use them for windows, I use them for buildings. I think they're the best blocks in the game, so naturally I'll use them a hell of a lot. You are so useful. Okay, so where would I do this, then? Oh. Would it possibly... No, it wouldn't look good, because the problem is one side would end up attaching to the hollow section. That. Can they face upwards at all? No, they can't. I think I've tried it out before as well, so that's the second time doing that. Lafrix had an idea. An interesting idea that won't work here, but in the this is an idea for the future, so just roll with me for now. So what the idea is I know these can let light through, so if we do this, then block this up. Oh, look how nice that looks! Okay, that won't work here because we don't have this kind of space for it, but it's certainly a decent idea for the future. We just grab the stone, if I'm not mistaken, so put the stone back and put that back. So we need lamps. Where would I put a lamp? I'm thinking on... could be on these sides. This side has nothing going on. Well, a lamp would go there. Oh, that looks pretty. That's the gas burning, which is the better one. The lower tier one, which is the wooden lamp, is the one I'm about to put on now, which is a lot bigger and less bright. Okay, yeah, I definitely prefer the gas ones. The gas ones are much prettier. Could put one there. We could change this to thatch, because then it would match the leaves as well, which is nice. Shredded leaves, shredded leaves. Where's my thatch? There's my thatch. Hello, Thatchy! Let's put you down and put that on there. Okay, that's not bad at all, actually. I quite like that. Oh, that's turned out really nice, that has, actually. I'm quite surprised. I thought it was going to be a bit more of a fight, but I can't think of what else I want to add to it right now. I am going to add... Ooh, can we get fossils in here somewhere? I love how fossils look, so I would like to maybe make them like a centerpiece almost, like a... Oh, that's what we need. We need something over here. So I'm thinking perhaps we destroy these for a second. Well, we don't destroy them, we simply place them in our backpack, and then we'll put them back in our inventory in a sec, in our action bar. We get some lovely grass, like so. Put on our crouch, and build outwards a little bit, like so. I'll make sure to go underneath soon and cover it all in, because at the moment this is going to end up spawning enemies. Although that's not too much of a concern, because one big benefit to how we're doing all this is that we are making it safer for ourselves, essentially. As it is a lot harder now to get up here, because it has been nighttime for quite some time now. We haven't seen a single enemy yet. because they can only get up here now if they go around all the way around there or all the way around there, because everywhere else is blocked off already. Eventually everywhere is going to be blocked off, so it'll be a bit of a safe haven, which is always nice. Then perhaps one more. I'd like it one wider actually. Let's possibly put it there instead and change the placement of these. So what I'm going for is I'd like to have something here where I'm currently building it, like a statue or a rare block or something pretty. Just, well, actually, to be honest, just leaving it as it is quite nice, because right now it's a balcony. Yeah, we could just leave it as it is. If we use it as a balcony, we don't want it much further out than it already is. So let's just quickly put these two down. Oops, daisy. There we go, and put the gas lamps on top, and then yeah, okay. So for now, until I think of what nice. You see, we could actually put the healing beacon in there. That's what we should do. Put that over there instead. Okay, I see. Did I just put away our? No, didn't. Good. Oof. I thought I put away our these tiles. So these will be moved out. We'll take you with us. This does make it a bit more of a journey to get to the healing beacon, but that's fine. So currently we have that chair there, and then we're going to go all the way into the centre for now, and that's where the healing beacon will reside. Once again, I'll go underneath there soon enough. I think it'll be best here. Healing. Oh, wait, what am I doing? There we go, path. Okay. Go up. So I don't like that as much though, because it's not as symmetrical as it was, but still, it's nice. So we can stand there and bask in this view, and let's make it all like that because we can, like we did before. There we go. Oh no, there's not a lamp on this thing. Aha! No, we missed. You fool. Okay. Okay, that is pretty. I am actually completely okay with this as it is right now. I like how it's not too overly bright, but I think it'll be bright enough. And it kind of lights... Yeah, that's pretty, that'll work. Is there anything else we want to do? I have an urge to make this bit wood. We could make this entire thing wood. And then show that it's a artificial piece of the structure, but I like it as it is right now, honestly. So we do need to fill underneath, otherwise there are going to be enemies spawning, which isn't what we really want to see. Why aren't you two stacking? Seriously, there we go. So we could go and do that quickly. Yeah, I think we'll do that, then we'll end the episode, so we'll just quickly fill in this, because what's going to happen is, otherwise, it's going to start spawning enemies due to the darkness of it. Or we could make it a thing and, like, use pillars of thatch pillars. I like thatch. Can you tell? I really like thatch blocks. I like the basic thatch blocks, and I really like the more intricate ones, the building ones, of course, which are more expensive to make, but still. Yes, the support column is made of hay, essentially, so it's a hay column, which makes complete sense and is completely safe in every way. Yeah, I quite like that, and then we just have to light it up, so just use torches, which thankfully don't burn thatch. There we go. And that way shouldn't be too bad. Okay. Ooh. Oh, Izix touched it. Yeah, you have to actually touch the beacon. I don't like that. I would love if the beacon gave a little bit of an aura, even if not much. Now, one thing I do want to do is stop us from being able to do this jump. So, what I'm thinking is we need a bit of a port. We can't make boats. Boats aren't a thing in the game right now, because essentially what this game is missing, which you may have kind of realised is what's causing so many things to be missing, is that it doesn't have, what's I'm looking for here? Not objects. It doesn't have... Oh, I can't think what it's called. When an item's on the floor, it's got a special name because it is a unique thing in and of itself. It is called a blank, I can't remember what it's called. But essentially, items can't be free. So blocks don't drop, for instance. Creatures don't drop items, they essentially drop a chest, which holds the items. So things which are kind of free to themselves don't really exist in the game. So boats are certainly not allowed right now. If that's going to change in the future, well, I'm certainly hoping it does, because that would make a huge difference. But despite the fact that it's being quite simple, I found that rather therapeutic. Honestly, that was rather enjoyable. Our little Zen garden is alive, so we need to name it. Lathrix's Zen. There we are. We'll call it. For now, we'll just call it Healing Zen Place. No, Healing Zen Garden. Healing Garden. Tell you what, Sir and Threats. Name me in the comments below. So thank you very much for watching, Sir and Threats. I hope you have enjoyed the episode and are enjoying the series thus far. If you are, could you take a moment to consider hitting the like button, commenting, favouriting, sharing, all that good stuff? Helps out me, helps out the channel, of course, and makes me smile, which is the important thing. It makes a little laugh, makes a little bit happier in his rather stressful existence right now with deadlines and such coming up. So thank you very much for watching, Sir and Threats, and goodbye. Do have a nice day and do take care.